Hey, I was running just a little bit late, but I'm glad to see that you're already here. Thanks for stopping back by Flippin' Fletch's DIY-FYI channel. Are you tired of pea green soup? We were. Our pond water was disgusting too often. And we have discovered a technique that's easy to do, and it'll last you the whole entire summer with a little bit of simple maintenance. So, let's get working on that pond. Our water looked like this way too often after trying all sorts of things and spending a tremendous amount of money. So I ask you. Do you want this or do you want this? We chose this. It's much more important. No more having to do this laborious task of draining the pond, sucking out all the muck, and clearing out the debris, and getting dirty and spending 2, 3, 4 hours cleaning the pond. You won't have to do it ever again. What we have to do first is pump the water down in the pond. I pumped mine about halfway down. I'm putting the pump in. I have a picture of the pump that I use in the top right corner. It's just a 1/2 horsepower submersible utility pump with a 2-inch collapsible line on it. They're readily available online and they're not very expensive. Now all you have to do is plug in the pump and get it pumping it down. I'll leave the aerators running for the fish, so you can't even see the fish. Our water would look like that in the summertime quite often. It was so murky and green. The only way you could see the fish is if they came up here close to shore to feed, and then you could hardly see them. You do not have to remove your fish when you do this process. It's really super simple. Okay, we're pumped down far enough. Let's turn her off. The fish will be just fine in there. Aerators are running. They're down in there, you just can't see them. Wait till this baby's crystal clear and these fish are swimming around. You're gonna love it. Now you need to go to your box where your pump is, where the water inlet, and take out any filters or nets or whatever you may have in the skimmer there and clean them out thoroughly. Now to the filters. This is what I put into the bottom of the biofalls that came with that kit. I have 3 filters. The most coarse one goes to the bottom, and then this one, and then this fine one. You just stack them. I cleaned these last fall, and let me tell you, they get mucky green slime, and we were told by numerous different places and professionals or whatever, never take your filters out and clean them through the summer. Well, we never did in years past, and we still had green water in all the processes we tried. Last summer, we took them out and cleaned them regularly, and we're going to tell you the process, or not the process, but how often you should do that. So, let's get these things in there. What I do is when these are all dirty and everything, I lay it right on here in the fall, or anytime I'm cleaning them, even through the summer, because I clean them once a month. I lay them on here and just take a hose with a sprayer and clean them all. Now I've ran 2 extension cords. One, the female end is here, the other one, the male end. The male end you want to plug into your power source. That's after you unplug your pond pump. Our pond pump is not plugged in now, so unplug that, and then plug this extension cord into there. This extension cord, plug your pond pump into. Now you may have a smaller pond, smaller pump, smaller system. They all work the same. Now, we're going to go over. You can see I ran these all the way over here. From the pond pump over there up to the biofalls. All right, this is the power cord that we plugged into the power outlet at the other end of the pond. We're going to plug this power strip into it. And then what we want to do is we want to plug the power cord that runs to our pond pump over there also. And then turn on the power strip, and we're going to fill this, see that green water? We're going to fill this up with that water. You bring it all the way up to the top. We're not going to let it overflow into the waterfall. That is key. We're going to get a whole lot of the green, murky water out of this pond before we even start running it. So if you have a small reservoir like this, you won't need to run it very long. It'll fill up real fast, and you probably are going to have to run it quite a number of times. Okay, it's full. Now turn off the power. Then what we're going to do is we're going to unplug the pond pump, and we're going to plug in the pump that we put down in the reservoir down there that I showed you. We're going to plug that in. We're going to turn it on. We're going to pump all that water out of there. What we're doing is pumping that green sludgy looking water right out of this reservoir. We didn't let it overflow into the waterfall. And you'll have to repeat this process several times in order to get it all out and get to clear water, which we're going to do. When the pump starts sucking air, you turn it off. All right. Now, simply unplug the pump that's in the tank there, plug the pond pump in, and we're going to fill this up again. We keep repeating this until you get some extremely clear water coming through it. Now see, our pond wasn't all that bad because last year we had it cleared most all the year. Last year when we did this tank was just pure green algae, it was terrible looking. I'm quite surprised it looks this good this year, which I guess is probably just because of how well we kept it clean last year. All right, when it fills up, we're going to shut her off again and repeat the process. Unplug this one, plug in this one, turn it back on. Now the water will be coming out there again. We're going to pump all this water out right out there again. By the time we're done here, you're going to get this process down because it's really simple. This is all the work you really do. All right, we're getting down there again. What do? We hear air sucking, turn it off. Unplug that pump, plug this pump in. Turn on the power strip. We're going to fill her up again. Fill, drain, repeat. Fill, drain, repeat. That's all you do. This water doesn't look too bad. I think our pond's going to clear up real fast this time. We'll be showing you how good it looks in about a week to 2 weeks is what it took last year. I don't think it's going to take that long to have crystal clear water because of maintaining our pond the way we have. Because this water is pretty clear. Depending on how your water is, you continually fill this tank up, drain it over and over again until you get clear water. But if your pond was really green and on and off last year, and you have a lot of silt and build up in the bottom, this process with the chemicals, I call them chemicals, additives, whatever, that we put in is going to get rid of all of that throughout the summer. You may be wondering why that chicken wire fence is around there. All those white stakes will come out in the chicken wire. We put that around to keep leaves and debris from going into the pond. And this year, usually in the spring, I took a few leaves out of the stream bed. Usually there's a ton of leaves, and in that pond it was just unbelievable. This year it really did its job. I don't like the ones where you cover them, plus we have such a large pond, it'd be very expensive. This worked out very, very well for this year. We're done with this part. It's all pumped out. Now you just pull the pump out. We don't need to do that anymore. Take your power cords out, and we'll move on to the next. Now I'm putting the filters back into the biofalls, getting them set up in there. Pretty simple task, and they're all clean. Whatever kind of system you may have, just simply clean that completely out up there, just as I'm doing here, and putting them back in so everything's clean. And you have these bio balls that I got sold. They were quite expensive also for what they are. I still put them in there. I don't even know that they do that much good. They say they do. Since I have them, already paid for them, they're going in. That's all there is to that. All right, let's fire it up. He's running. Water's flowing. I love this time of year. I can't ever wait. It's like Christmas getting this pond going and watching it transform through the spring to the summer to fall. I can hear it filling up. There she is. All the brown are steppables that turn a beautiful green throughout the year. Well, there we go. All right, on to the next step. That's not all we do, but the rest is very, very simple, just like that was. This is one of the products that we use. It's API Pond Algae Fix. This is a gallon bottle. I bought a larger one because I use it through the summer. But you'll need to get this. Directions are on there how to use it and how much to use. I'm gonna go put it in now. By the way, our pond is about 9,000 gallons. It's a quarter cup for every 600 gallons. So 2,400 gallons would be a cup. So about 4 cups is what I gotta get. That's all there is to it. Our algae fix is in. This is the next product that we use. Air Max Muck Away, muck reducing bacteria. Stuff does wonders. Comes with a scoop, it's pellets, and all you do is sprinkle it around the pond. I use 2 scoops. They're a cup each. Well, let's get this stuff in there. If you have a deeper area in your stream, this is pretty shallow up here. I really don't get much muck build up. Get a little bit behind there. I'll put a few in here because it's deeper. Down through here I don't. Then all you do is spread it around. Simple as that. I'll put a few extra at the bottom. That's 4 feet deep out in there. And you'll be able to see the bottom of that pond all summer. I just have fun throwing it around, man. You gotta make it fun. Having green water is no fun. All right, we got it. The last thing we use is Air Max Pond Clear, water clarifying bacteria. Instructions are on the container, obviously. I just throw one packet in here, it's all you need. And you just toss it out there, and that bag dissolves. You don't open it up and spread it around. Of course it gets stuck on the fishing line, but it'll dissolve still. And that's all you do. We're done. That's all you have to do in the spring to get this thing a-going. Seriously. There we go. Now we're going to show you a day-by-day progression of how the water is clearing up on a daily basis to show you the results we get from doing this. I'll be mentioning about a second back flush that we do. And the reason we do this now, only a few days after we did this one, is to just get the rest of that junk out of the pond, because it does build up, and you'll see, as you probably already saw in the filters, a lot of muck already. We're getting that out of there. Then we're good to go. We'll put in some more algae fix, we'll put in some more muck away, and this pond will start clearing up very fast. Don't give up hope if you've gotten to 10 days and your water's still not clear. We got really nervous the first time after our friend Brian showed us how to do this process. And shout out to you, Brian, for teaching us how to get this pond clean after 20 years of total frustration. We greatly appreciate it, and we thank you. Leslie and I enjoy this pond more than we ever have. And folks, we want you to enjoy yours more than you ever have if you're having the same frustrations. Just hang in there. Your pond will clear up. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the video. 2 days ago we cleaned, back flushed the system. This is the morning of the second day. And we can already see down to the bottom the 2 rocks that we have elevated for fish to go under. You can see those 2 rocks also. It's already clearing up. A result of keeping this thing crystal clear all last year, and the process is even easier this year. Last year it was 2 weeks before we could see bottom. I think it's only going to take a couple of more days. Be back with you. Third morning after cleaning and back flushing. Not much changed, but it'll get there. Day 4. Some improvement. May not show up on the camera, but I can see the fish down below those rocks. It's getting good. Hang in there, gang. You're gonna love it. Look at this. The afternoon of the 5th day. And it'll get even better than this. It's day 6 and it's time to repeat the process. You do not need to drain the water down in the pond this time. Simply clean the filters, put them back in, and get the water flowing. Well, we got the process completely done yesterday, and it's day 7, and look how clear that water's getting. It's awesome. Just remember, after you do the second cleaning, put in more algae fix and add muck away. And your water will begin to clear up just like this. Still really can't see the fish the greatest, but you will. The 8th day in the afternoon, earlier. Now the fish are up. Look at that. The simple process that works. It'll get better. Look at that. Day 9. That's what you call enjoyable. I want you to make sure that you stay to the end of this video to get information how to keep it looking this way all summer. You can't just do this and leave it. The rest is simple, but it has to be done to keep it this clear. Look at those fish. The bubbles you see on the water are because we've got thunderstorms coming in the next couple of days. So I put a dose of algae fix in. That's what causes a lot of the pea green in your pond, is when rain and violence comes. So you want to get a dose in ahead of time to prevent that algae bloom. Oh, Musley Fletch is feeding her koi. Water's a little bit cloudy today because I scraped the bottom to get some leaves that were laying down there, but it's been just beautiful. We are now all set for the summer. Lily pads are coming up, fish are getting fed, and we can see them no matter where they are. Well, this has been a lot of fun. In conclusion, in about 30 days, you're going to want to do this entire process over again, except you do not need to drain the pond down. Just shut down your pump, take your filters out, clean them, take out your filters at your pump and clean them, and then do the flush. Fill the reservoir up, pump it out with the utility pump, refill the reservoir, and repeat until you get crystal clear water again. And then put your filters back in place at both ends. Then start your pump up, get the water flowing, add your algae fix, add your muck away, and then your bag of pond clear, and you're good to go. You're going to enjoy crystal clear water for the entire summer just by repeating this process. It doesn't take much. You can get it down to just 10, 15, 20 minutes depending upon the size pond you have and how much pumping you have to do. But it's pretty easy maintenance and it's low cost. So enjoy. And as always, thanks for stopping by. We greatly appreciate it. If you would, please hit the thumbs up, share the video, and ask any questions you may have or make any comments you'd like to make. We would greatly appreciate it. As always, live a crazy good day.